go home. So it's basically exaggeration or hyperbole. Let's see what example. Okay, so here are some made up ones. I'll use the ones in here because it might be faster than writing some in real time. If I find out a company is hiring me and the company's name is Drive, and I go on their website and I find out that Drive makes self-driving cars, and they're doubling in size every year, and I learned in the culture interview that the people at the company are Star Wars fans. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go big, I'm going to exaggerate in a positive way, hyperbolic. So you take positive achievements or qualities and you exaggerate them. So the joke might be, it's an honor to be working with Drive today. They're growing so fast that they just signed an agreement to automate the fleets of the Rebel Alliance and the Knights of the Jedi Order. The dark side is screwed. So I went really big. And so here's another example. Another example of a company that might want to hire me, a made-up company, is called Connect. Connect does virtual meetings and just added real-time, you can see what kind of companies I work for. They do virtual meetings and just added real-time caption translations. And Robert learned in a culture interview that they are excited to be sponsoring a dentistry convention. And so the joke that I might write for them by going hyperbolic and exaggerating positive qualities really big. It's an honor to be working with Connect today. Their innovative technology's ability to seamlessly translate live conversations into 75 languages is so good that for the first time, 5 out of 5 dentists finally agree on something. Eat your heart out, try to income. So let's take something from a company website and exaggerate in a positive way. So let's make up a company that does Post-it notes. It's vanishing ink on it, and it's for security reasons. So we exaggerate that in a positive way. So it's so big that the Department of Defense is, what do we call it? We called it vanishing ink? No, what do we call it?
Now you see it.
Now you see it. Now you don't. Now you see it. Or now you don't. Now you see it. Now you don't. So the Department of Defense is using now you see it. Now you don't.
They're starting to disappear.
They're starting to disappear. Yeah. Yes. What's disappearing?
They keep losing their.
They're disappearing off the shelf.
They're disappearing off the shelf. It's
Or
a
their
good time.
top secret information. They keep losing it because
Top
they
secret.
write it down.
Well,
on
that's
the
where the
Post-it
top
notes.
secret documents went.
Yeah.
Topical and all that. We won't work real hard on writing a solid joke. Just wanted to give you the idea. Meta jokes are one of my favorites, and they're one of the hard ones to explain. It's self-referential. So if you tell me if you exaggerate something, you tell me not to exaggerate, I say that's the millionth time you've told me that. That's a meta joke. It's self-referential. Let me see if there's another example. Here's some examples. A rabbit, an elephant, and a mouse walk into a bar. The bartender takes one look at them and says, "What, is this some kind of joke?" Today's horoscope: you're easily influenced by what you read. You have the ability to make vague statements somehow applicable to your own existence. When I said I was going to become a comedian, they all laughed. Well, they aren't laughing now. There's a few more examples in there. So they're self-aware, self-referential jokes. They're my favorite ones, and I feel that those are my most comfortable ones to do in real time. If we're just joking around as friends, I will make meta jokes because I kind of have chomped on the formula and really kind of grok it, and I can kind of just do it. The secret number 4 for jokes is overact or underreact. Monty Python was fantastic for this. So if the world's going to end, you might say, well, I probably need to get my umbrella. It's just underreacting. Or if somebody says we ran out of chocolate, we're all doomed, you know. So that's an easy one that you can do in your show or in life. And the 5th and final one that I teach, these are supposed to be work friendly, is the opposite. If somebody asks you a question, there's only one right answer. You love magic? You go, no, I hate it. My parents forced me into it. You know, that's like, clearly it's sarcastic, but I don't want people to take from it that you should be sarcastic, because sarcasm has a negative thing both on the teller and who it's on. Even the only time that I think in the world that sarcasm is okay is when people know that you truly like the person you're talking about. When I'm talking about sarcasm when it comes to another person. If everybody in the room knows that I adore Patrick Martin and Patrick Martin adores me, then I can say something sarcastic and everyone's gonna know this is only a joke. This is not like a dig or something that's what's the word I'm looking for? A passive aggressive kind of statement. So even if it's true that we adore each other, sarcasm should be done very, very minimalistically. And the reason is is if Patrick and I work for the same company and I'm always calling out for being late or eating the Jell-O in the refrigerator and I'm always doing that and everybody laughs because we know we adore each other, when it comes to promotion time, there might be an unconscious bias that maybe Patrick isn't actually performing at the top of his game. So it really can have effects. And the book is written for businesses. That's why I go there.
And never do it in writing.
Never do it in writing because it
Sarcasm no.
does not work in writing. Well,
No.
there are emojis nowadays, but I'm not promoting sarcasm. I think it's a...
When you have your email, have a little time delay on the send.
That's good.
30-second delay is
You
good.
catch yourself.
So you go back and say, wait a minute, I did not.
Gmail has that time delay, by the way.